Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the channel where glossy brochures, dealership hype, and carefully polished marketing campaigns get left in the dust so we can talk about cars the way they actually look, feel, and perform in the real world. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because every week we bring you honest, in-depth reviews of the latest cars, breaking them down beyond the spec sheet to see if they're worth your attention. Today, we're diving into a car that carries a huge legacy and an even bigger fantasy, the 2026 Subaru WRX STI. This is the latest chapter in Subaru's iconic rally-bred sedan, and it comes with more power, sharper styling, and a whole lot of pressure to live up to the badge. Let's see if it delivers. Exterior. When you first walk up to the 2026 WRX STI, the front immediately demands attention. Subaru has clearly leaned into an aggressive design language, and it's impossible to mistake this for anything other than a performance machine. The hood scoop is back, and it's larger and more sculpted than ever, feeding fresh air directly into the turbocharged engine. The headlights are slimmer, sharper, and feature full LED matrix technology that not only looks futuristic but also improves nighttime visibility. The front bumper is wide and low, with massive air intakes that give it a motorsport-inspired presence. Subaru hasn't gone subtle here. It's loud, proud, and ready to announce itself even before the engine fires up. Moving around to the side, the STI continues to look planted and muscular. You immediately notice the flared wheel arches, which house 19-inch forged alloy wheels wrapped in sticky performance tires. The stance is lower and wider than the regular WRX, and you can tell Subaru put serious effort into making sure this car looks athletic from every angle. The lines running across the doors and fenders give it a sense of motion even when parked. The side skirts are functional, helping with aerodynamics, but they also add to the visual drama. Blacked-out mirrors, subtle STI badging, and the signature World Rally blue paint option make the car unmistakably Subaru, but you can also get it in new shades like solar orange and stealth gray if you want something a little different. Now let's talk about the back, because this is where the WRX STI makes its boldest statement. The massive rear wing is still here, towering over the trunk and reminding everyone that this car has motorsport in its DNA. Some people might call it excessive, but fans wouldn't want it any other way. The taillights are redesigned into a C-shaped LED signature, giving the rear a modern yet aggressive touch. The quad exhaust tips are larger than before, integrated neatly into a blacked-out diffuser. You don't just see this car's performance intentions, so you hear them too. The rumble from the exhaust is deeper, meaner, and tuned to give enthusiasts exactly the kind of soundtrack they've been waiting for. This is not a car that blends into traffic, and Subaru clearly doesn't want it to. Interior. Step inside, and the 2026 WRX STI greets you with a cabin that blends sportiness with modern tech. Subaru has stepped up the interior game significantly compared to older generations, which were often criticized for feeling a bit too plain. The first thing you notice is the flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara, with red stitching and an STI badge right at the center. The seats are deeply bolstered Recaro buckets that hug you in place, trimmed in leather and suede with contrast stitching that screams performance. Sitting in them feels like strapping into a race car rather than just taking a seat in a sedan. In front of the driver sits a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster that can be customized to display performance data like boost pressure, lap times, and G-force meters. The centerpiece of the dashboard is an 11.6-inch portrait-style infotainment screen running Subaru's latest Starlink system. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, along with the performance monitor that lets you keep track of everything happening under the hood. The overall design is clean, modern, and much more premium than before, though still focused on functionality rather than unnecessary flash. In true Subaru fashion, visibility is excellent, and the ergonomics make it easy to focus on driving. Rear passengers get a bit more legroom than before, but make no mistake here, the STI is built for the driver first. Of course, the heart of the WRX STI is its performance, and this is where the 2026 model makes a big leap forward. Under the hood sits a new 2.4-liter turbocharged Boxer 4 engine, tuned specifically for the STI to deliver 405 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque. That's a significant bump over the previous generation, and it shows. Power delivery is immediate, with minimal turbo lag thanks to updated twin-scroll turbo technology. The 6-speed manual transmission remains standard, and Subaru has refined it for shorter throws and smoother engagement. Purists will be thrilled to know that the manual is alive and well here, though rumors suggest a dual-clutch automatic might be optional in the future for those who want quicker shifts. The magic of the STI has always been its all-wheel drive system, and Subaru has fine-tuned it yet again. The Symmetrical AWD with driver-controlled center differential allows you to dial in how much torque gets sent to the front or rear wheels, giving you full control over how the car handles. Combine that with adaptive suspension, Brembo brakes, and a lighter yet stiffer chassis, and you get a car that feels glued to the road. Whether you're carving up a mountain road, hitting the track, or just launching off the line in the city, the STI feels alive, sharp, and incredibly engaging. 0 to 60 happens in just 4.3 seconds, making this the quickest STI yet, and the top speed clocks in around 165 miles per hour. But more importantly, it's the way the car communicates with you with the steering feedback, the balance in the corners, the grip on any surface that makes it special. Pricing for the 2026 Subaru WRX STI reflects its upgrades but still keeps it within reach for enthusiasts. The base model starts around $48,000, which is a noticeable jump compared to the regular WRX but still undercuts many European rivals offering similar performance. A fully loaded version with premium audio, upgraded interior trim, and performance add-ons can push closer to $55,000. Considering what you're getting, a 400-plus horsepower rally-bred machine with cutting-edge AWD tech and everyday usability, it's hard to argue that it doesn't deliver solid value. Subaru knows its fans, and this car is built with them in mind. At the end of the day, the 2026 Subaru WRX STI isn't just another sports sedan, it's an icon reimagined for a new generation. Subaru has managed to blend the raw, emotional appeal that made the STI famous with the modern tech and refinement that today's buyers expect. It's faster, sharper, and more advanced than ever, yet it still holds on to the DNA that made enthusiasts fall in love with it in the first place. If you're looking for a car that can thrill you on a back road, dominate in poor weather, and still get you to work during the week, the STI remains one of the best all-around performance machines out there. That's going to wrap up today's review of the 2026 Subaru WRX STI here on Car Flash. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did Subaru nail it? Or are you missing something from the older generations? And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an honest review from us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.